Back again from Submarine Studios. It's Rage Across the Internet, your very favorite Werewolf the Apocalypse podcast. I'm your host, Porter. To my left, as always, producer Joey.
Hey, guys.
To my right, our good buddy Tom Dixon.
How's it going?
And once again, weavering in from the great unknown.
The quarantine hub.
Find the quarantine hub. We have Typhoid Danny Tyson. Daniel, how's it going?
You can't even say hi.
I want to thank you for that, Joey, because I had nothing until you said quarantine.
Hi, everybody. It's good to be here.
Don't worry, I'll fix it in editing.
Please don't. It's not even worth it.
Oh, back
Left
again.
him speechless.
That's two in a row.
That is.
Yeah.
It's not really hard.
No.
Freezing.
It's fun, though.
Hey, this is the Big P part 2. So
I was waiting for I was going to say it, but you beat me to it.
That's why I said freezing. I was waiting for someone else to say it.
yeah, that's right, everybody. Throbbing and tentacle filled. We are back for the second part of our Pentex episode.
Oh, gosh.
So bad.
And also, if we've got our week straight, Merry Christmas, everybody.
If we have our week straight, what are the odds of that?
Well, I guess now that I've said it, it's going to be.
It's going to have to be now.
Yeah, it has to be now.
Now this one has to air after
Yeah.
Christmas.
Now you have
After Christmas?
Or before. Sorry.
Yeah, that's Christmas week right here.
Christmas week. Yay.
So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I'm talking about throbbing tentacle peas.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Tis the season.
So
To be jolly.
Speaking of the Hallmark Channel.
So if something's wiggling down your chimney, call a cop and start running.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Right? So I guess jumping right back into it.
Yeah.
You know, last week we introduced everyone to Pentex, which we've been waiting to do for a while.
Right.
And so we covered the Omega Plan, you know, what they're about and who they are. So we talked about the board of directors, had some fun with that. Mm-hmm. And now we thought that was the right time to stop. I know it was a smaller episode than usual, but we knew we were going to do a two-parter. And we felt, I feel bad with the hour-and-a-half episodes.
I know, because it just makes the rest of the episodes look smaller.
Well, I think not only that, but it's like...
Size doesn't matter.
It does when you're riding the big P.
I couldn't resist that one.
That was good. Thanks for the setup. It's like I had a bow on it.
Merry Christmas?
Oh, no. What have we done?
We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors.
Good night, everybody.
Oh.
No, I kind of feel bad when we start getting to the hour-and-a-half episodes.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to say it's like maybe we've gone on for too long, but I know we got a lot of people who like will listen on their way to work or, you know, on their lunch breaks, and when they have to break that episode down too much, I kind of feel bad.
Okay, I see what you mean. Like, it's one thing, like, if you have to pause it and pick it up later, but if you're breaking it into, you know, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 sections,
Yeah.
you lose a lot of the
You know, it messes with the flow, and maybe you tune out for a little bit here and there. I don't know what. I don't know. But sometimes I feel bad about the hour-and-a-half. So, you know, knowing we were going to talk about it, I would have rather done 2 parts in an hour than a 2-hour episode.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree 100% because, yeah, there's a few times when I'm re-listening to them and it's like I have to pause and then I jump back into it. It's like, I don't remember 5 minutes ago, so I have to rewind it. And it's just gets to be a pain sometimes.
Yeah. And, you know, if you guys out there, if you feel the same way, let us know how you feel on the subject. Because, you know, we're winding down season 1 here, and season 2 is going to happen come January. And
I'm waiting for all the responses. Go ahead, make 2-hour episodes.
right? In which case, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing.
Right.
But, you know, we always want to hear what you guys think. And you know how to do that. Get us, you know, there's the forums. You could drop a line on the forums. You can hit us an email, rageacrosspodcast@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. You can get Joey up on Twitter. You can get me on Facebook.
We're always on Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always, even when it doesn't seem like it, there's someone on Discord. So you can do it there. Anyway, just let us know what you think. Maybe we stick to an hour format, and then when we got more to say, we just do we two-parters like this.
Okay.
We'll see.
Good.
Yeah. But anyway, jumping into it. Last time, we talked about the board of directors. We talked about what Pentex is, what they're all about. And now it's time to get into the what they do.
Oh, what they do. You know, I'd like to actually take a minute and, you know, check in with Tom and Danny, who didn't know much about Pentex.
Still don't.
Before this, no.
Yeah, don't be shy, guys.
I know about the board.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, don't be shy about the questions, guys. Go ahead and, you know, jam us up, whatever.
It's the thing that, you know, we were kind of told, don't look into them because we're going to do it in game. You know, don't have that knowledge beforehand. We kind of like don't get spoiled.
Okay. I can see that. And I think, you know, we all went through discovering Pentex in our own ways as kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was the dribs and drabs in the books. And, you know, we read those books cover to cover when they came out.
Oh, yeah.
So to hear you guys not pick it up and not, you know, be immediately drawn to Pentex is unusual for me. Because everybody I knew was like, oh, what's the latest Pentex update?
So are you saying that even currently, as the game still continues to be played, Pentex is still continuing on?
Well, yes.
Yeah. You know, I mean, we talked about it last episode with the Kickstarter for Worm 20. Mm-hmm. You know, there were more board elections. You know, they're still out there. Plaid Omega is still in place.
In phase 1, so.
Yeah. I mean, how do you stop that?
Kill the board.
That doesn't, I mean, that,
Can you?
No.
you know, I mean, when you have aspects of the worm inhabiting bodysuits, if you kill that bodysuit, it's just going to take somebody else over and be like, I've been here all along.
Oh, nice. Good callback. Already.
Yeah.
It didn't take much long, did it?
It's been a week.
It's been a week. But yeah, they want to destroy the Earth. They want to leave it a lifeless rock. And they have a myriad of different ways of doing that.
They certainly do.
And it seems like corporate dominance is their primary method of attack.
Well, you know, you can't have a multinational umbrella corporation without having other corporations there. So, you know, Pentex is nothing without their subsidiaries.
Right. And they have a lot of them.
Of which there are a plethora.
Yes. Now, you mentioned off-air 21.
There's the top 21.
Yeah, the top 21.
So
No, and each of those subsidiaries have their own subsidiaries.
they can.
They can.
Some.
I mean,
Yeah.
Pyramid scheme, kind of.
I don't know about that, but I'm sure that would be right up their alley. So, what's your favorite company?
oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually put me on the spot too, because I don't know what my favorite Pentex subsidiary is, and I don't know that I've ever been presented with that question or said those words out loud.
Just a little red bow on it.
It's like my favorite Pentex. What does that mean? I mean, there's so many, and I think I was bitching about this not 20 minutes ago. You know, I think the one I probably want to hear most about that we haven't, like I could give you that,
Okay.
is Otali Burger. Mm-hmm. It's the fast food chain in the world of darkness. And now, if you're like me and you like to pull fast ones on your players and make them feel bad, you take those fictional names and companies and you attribute them to a real company.
Okay.
Because, if I tell you, okay, guys, let's say you have a working knowledge of Pentex, some player knowledge, right? And I go, okay, you guys are hungry. There's a greasy spoon over here. It's about to close, but you've got some fast food. You've got Burger King, McDonald's, and Wendy's, and O'Talley's. Mm-hmm. You're not going to O'Talley's because you're like, well, you mean the worm-tainted one? Yeah, I'll take a Defiler burger and an Eater of Souls chicken sandwich. No, you're not going to O'Talley Burger. But if O'Talley Burger is Wendy's, you get a 1 in 3 shot. You're eating worm food.
Out of 3 you mentioned, I'm choosing Wendy's. So.
Yeah. Well, and a little aside, I believe in the Bonar book, the main character worked at O'Talley's.
I know, I recall in the story, O'Talley Burgers played a big part because the guy would give the homeless man
Yeah.
O'Talley, he'd save up for O'Talley Burger.
Mm-hmm.
I remember reading that.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing, is like, you guys know now that that's the worm-tainted one. So, like, if I say O'Talley Burger a game, you're not going to go there. You've already eaten there.
But when you were reading the book, the Bonar book, for the research for the episode,
I had no clue.
It
didn't know.
It was just a burger joint.
Yeah. Right, yeah, the Don't Sue Me Burger joint.
Yeah.
It's our generic one. We can use this name. No one's going to get mad.
Right.
But we as storytellers in our actual games can use a real company. And I say to trick you guys, but I think that's important. Because you have like O'Talley Burger or King Distillery. Mm-hmm. And then when the reveal about Pentex comes out, maybe you go to your fridge and you've got a 6-pack of the worm's finest sitting there in the fridge.
But that's...
Or how about a half of a 6-pack?
That's actually...
Because you've already drank the other half?
Well, you guys, they don't sell worm-tainted beer.
But you know what I'm saying.
But their beer is just that. It's, their King Distilleries is not a worm-tainted company in that sense.
In that sense.
They do bad things, but, they're selling alcohol, and they don't taint the alcohol. They really don't.
They don't.
No. And it's one of those, their primary means of making it, quote, evil, is to make it just a little bit more potent and just a little cheaper.
Yes. Gets you fucked up faster and harder than the leading brand.
For less money.
Yep.
So someone's going to buy that over everyone else.
Exactly. And then, when they get fucked up, harder, what are they going to do? Are they going to go and beat their wife and kids?
If you're Pentex, that's the goal.
Yeah.
And all the more reason for them to taint it then.
But they're not.
But see, by letting him see, you're missing the step, and this is why you're not on the board of directors, Danny. Is that while they're massively plowed and prone to bad decisions, as we are when we're massively plowed,
I make good decisions.
Bane possession.
Bane possession. It
there you
opens
go.
them up all the more to outside influences of the worm.
Okay.
See, I was looking at it as more like a long game. They don't taint it now, but get everyone hooked on it and taint it later.
And they could do that too if they want to. They could do a special blend.
Yeah.
But as it is, no, it's not a Bane in every can.
as opposed to the Megadon.
Get your Bane today.
As opposed to Megadon Pharmaceuticals, which absolutely does that.
Okay.
So, King Distilleries is kind of the standalone because they're not messing around with the worm taint. Directly. They're playing the, hey, we'll give you this and we'll make it more attractive, which is what all companies want to do. They're making, they hope that you choose their product.
It's an enticer company.
See what you did there. I like the correlation.
I like that, yeah. But yeah, they're just saying, hey, choose us and leaving the future bad decisions up to you.
For later.
Yep. Which again can open you up to Bane possession.
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah. No, it makes sense when Tom says for the long run, the long game. Yeah, no, I get it.
And subsidiaries everywhere. I know there's a couple more you want to talk about, but they're more detailed, so I'm going to throw out some baby shit ones. You know, and I mean, I don't remember. You know, they have things, for example, you know, their television divisions. Mm-hmm. You have Action Bill.
Oh yeah.
Which I want to use more, but I can't equate it to anything else. Like, I guess it would kind of be like G.I. Joe. But, you know, G.I. Joe fights Cobra.
Oh, you're talking like TV shows. I thought you were talking like actual TV units.
Oh, no, my bad. No. Yeah, like,
No,
you know.
I knew what he meant.
You have Action Bill, you know. Again, I'd call it kind of like G.I. Joe. Mm-hmm. Where G.I. Joe fights Cobra. Action Bill fights the evil werewolves.
Oh.
So not subtle
Not at all.
whatsoever.
Not at all. Werewolves are evil. They've got to be destroyed. They're your hero, Action Bill, and you can go get your Action Bill, you know, command badge that will whisper shit to you.
Well, and
So those might even be Bane possessed?
Oh, those
100% are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go buy their action figure. You're
I don't
definitely
mean-
getting something.
I don't mean press the button on the badge and it'll tell you to kill your parents in their sleep. I mean, one night it's going to go, hey, your parents are werewolves. Get them now while they're sleeping.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Action Bill says you're on a secret mission to see if you can join the crew.
And
All you got to do is burn the house down.
so they have Action Bill, which is the TV show.
Yep, and the
And
toy
then-
lines.
And, well, the toy lines are made by Avalon Plastics.
Yes, they are.
Another subsidiary, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Oh,
And that makes worm-tainted children's toys that increase the darker emotions and makes it easier for the children to act on those emotions.
I like the evil Play-Doh.
Yes.
The evil Play-Doh.
It's like Silly Putty, only it'll kill you.
So you're sitting there, you're making little, like, sandcastle.
And it jumps down your throat.
And choked
I was
you to
gonna say,
death.
Yeah.
You turn around and you turn back around and it's not a castle anymore. It's
That's
like a little.
why on the
tiny
Play-Doh it says choking hazard.
Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly. You should have been watching your child because he put that in his mouth on his own. Mm-hmm. So about your dead kid. But you know, if you're having trouble conceiving, you can go to Megadon Pharmaceuticals and probably get the hormone treatments you need to have another child.
A Bane child.
Well, maybe, maybe not.
Depends on how much king you drink that night. Oh,
Heyo.
But yeah,
tie them all together, baby.
Megadon Pharmaceuticals, it uses science to create miracles.
Cool.
So-
cool.
I'm about to say quote miracles, or
No actual miracles.
Do tell.
So they have like diseases, you know, conditions, ailments. They use supernatural means to heal them. Yeah. They routinely do the impossible.
so when's the veil breach happening here?
So their profits are legendary because they're curing the incurable. And they have a trace amount of worm taint in every pill, every lozenge, every vaccine, every...
Oh yeah, I can only
Anything.
imagine. Everything they have is probably some kind of worm taint in it.
And occasionally there are some side effects, which are not limited to femori.
Not side
You
effects.
know,
Limited to.
You
Now-
weight gain, shortness of breath, blurry vision, femori.
mild psychosis, minor mutations, emotional instability, or heightened sensitivity to corruption of the worm.
So keep that in mind before you take the dose of fades, Danny.
The dose of what?
Fades.
I'll
So-
keep that in mind. Thank you.
F-A-I-D-S.
Got it.
So,
Thank you.
like I said, the side effects are rare, but the people who do have the side effects are then recruited by Pentex subsidiaries to work for them.
Well, you know, there's a great, it's never explicitly stated, but it's cool that you bring that up. Because the comic in the beginning of Freak Legion,
Yes.
so it always stuck with me. You know, it was kind of right out of, to me, it always struck me as like a parody of Married with Children.
Okay.
You know, the comic was about a guy who worked at a shoe store, whose life was good. He was like the high school hero man.
Yeah.
You know, he married the head cheerleader.
This
Married
never
with-
ends well.
like
Yes,
Married
go
with
on.
Children.
Yes.
And then they get older and they have the kid, and the kid's just shitty and awful. And the wife has become a terrible harpy woman, you know, and he's just miserable at his job at the woman's shoe store. taking shit from customers, making no money. It, like,
This is a carbon copy.
exactly. And the thing is through this comic, he's sick.
Yep.
He's throwing up a lot. And every now and then there's a maggot in the vomit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And this all comes to a head till like the end. He's like, I gotta go. I gotta go home. I'm sick. His boss is like, "Fuck you. You're fired." Then.
Yep.
He ends up throwing up on his boss, and it's like acid, just like acid and maggots. Mm-hmm. I believe he goes home and ends up killing his wife and kid that way too. I believe. He can't control it.
Right.
With the acid throw up?
Yeah, the acid maggot vomit.
Okay.
I'm not making jokes here. This is the plot of the damn comic.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't read the comic, so
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah. And it ends with a couple of shadowy figures in black coming to grab him to offer him a higher calling.
A new job.
Yeah. And so that's interesting you bring that because that tracks so well with that in Freak Legion.
Yeah, and it's stated that Pentex, and by Pentex I mean the subsidiaries.
Right.
They make Fomori on purpose and accidentally. And
So the pills and the lozenges all have that trace amount. That's your accidentally.
that's one of the accidental ways
Well,
that
I
they
mean-
can make Fomor.
How do you call that accidental? You're putting worm taint in something you eventually are going to get from more.
Well, you got to keep in mind is, to get a Famor, it's a human possessed by a Bane.
Mm-hmm.
Worm taint doesn't necessarily, equate.
It just makes
It
them more
could-
susceptible.
Certainly. And it attracts Banes. But it doesn't necessarily,
Right.
doesn't guarantee possession.
The other thing that Megadon does is Megadon Pharmaceuticals. Now, this is, your average run-of-the-mill, quote, drug company. They train Fomori in warehouses.
Train them to be like fighters and
Yeah,
and
whatever,
like servants of the worm.
Yeah, they go out and recruit them and then take them back to, warehouse base A and teach them how to fight and how to use their Fomori powers and whatever job they need them to do.
And
For more powers.
Well,
you laugh, but
No, I know. I'm laughing because it sounds weird, but I know it's absolutely right.
so they have these warehouses that are training centers for the Fomori, and monkey wrenchers would break them up, would bust in and, wreak havoc. And since 9/11, the corporate lawyers have gotten that ruled as terrorist activity. So those monkey wrenchers that are busting into the warehouses to break up the Fomori training rings
Are considered terror,
are
like
now
domestic terrorists.
being,
yeah, call
s-
Project Twilight.
yeah,
Which kind of just shows how high up like Pentex really is.
And it's true. And we talk about family, we talk about training because some of those guys end up on first teams,
yeah,
which are the elite special squadrons that Pentex creates and funds and sends out to do whatever dirty work has to get done.
but they're not the top. They are elite, but they're not the top. Because the prime team.
They're still not to be fucked with.
Oh no,
I don't want to understate the
Oh,
ability
first
of a
teams.
first team.
first teams are scary.
Like I don't know which day of the week, but I'd flip a coin over a pack of spirals or a first team.
Yeah,
Damn.
Depends on what's on that first team.
And spirals can be in first teams.
Yep, often lead them,
Yeah.
and then you
Then
get
then you said there's more than the first team. There's a prime team.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There is a prime team, and this one is recruited by the executive director, Peter Culliford. They work exclusively for him.
Okay.
It is one 12-person team. So it is the top 12 people. Okay?
yeah, it's
Scary shit.
Yeah, it's a bad day.
They are chosen from Project Iliad, Project Odyssey, and all of the first teams. So once a recruit has been selected, their, quote, deaths are arranged, and they are given a makeover and specialized training.
Makeover?
They are given a makeover. So their appearance has changed.
Okay, so just appearance-wise, fine.
They get a manicure. It's
The
fine.
the prime
It's like
team
weird.
is usually comprised of commandos, psychics, techno geeks, and agent provocateurs.
And of course, you mentioned some of those things, and it makes me want to. Before we, except I feel like maybe there's more.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
I
always
was
more.
about to raise the question: what the hell are these projects?
They have the special projects division.
Yes.
I've been excited about this.
I was gonna say your eyes kind of lit up when she said some of those.
Yep. And the special projects division can be broken down into three areas really. Mm-hmm. And the first is Project Odyssey, which is the development of psychics.
Okay, I mean it sounds cool.
No. Tainted psychics? No.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's it's the development. They're trying to make psychics, not find people with abilities, but produce them
Ugh.
through all sorts of no goodness. This is it's actually probably the kindest of them
Yeah.
of the special products divisions.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, because there's a level of value with them. You know, when they're able to create psychic abilities in someone, that person is now they're given their psych eval, their spiritual eval, and they're given a job. These are valued employees now.
Yeah.
I moved a pack of pens once. I get a job now?
Well, hey, well, think about this. You know, you have a psychic in the company, right? Let's say 100. Mm-hmm. You can send them to the warehouses of particular subsidiaries. That's a Garu. That's a kinfolk. That guy called the news on you yesterday.
Yeah, there's some serious potential there.
Like, just that. Forget getting into somebody's brain and scrambling it, right?
Right, no, it's public information. Well, I don't want it public, but like it's useful information that the entire company can use.
Exactly. Beautiful tools.
Yeah.
Now, there's also Project Iliad, which is R&D of Femori. Build a better Femor. Something that passes for human
But
more.
this sounds like Build-A-Bear.
Something that can pass for human more often. Something that can hide its abilities. Something with better abilities. Enticers. Project Iliad. Burger Heads. Gorehounds. Project Iliad.
Designer for more.
Designer Femori. We can build a better Bane.
That's like a slogan. Yeah.
It is now. And then, of course, you have the most recent is Project Enid.
Say
Which
that last one again?
Project Enid.
Enid. Okay.
Yep. Which I am probably going to bring up again for today's Galliard's Gathering. So that's
Okay.
Heads up, got it.
yeah, it's a heads up on that because we didn't discuss this before, but it's like, no, this is the time to do it. This is the newest one. It's doesn't even have its own division yet,
Right.
but it's kind of like a combination of the two. Little chocolate and peanut butter getting together, where they are building psychic femori.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Sons of bitches.
Yeah, they specialize in binding a specific type of bane called a mind feeder to a psychic host.
Oh my god.
The result is a powerfully gifted psychic femor with an addiction to human brains.
Zombies.
Psychic zombies.
Oh god, it's such a bad day.
Okay.
Apocalypse is only getting closer.
Now, just
Yeah.
a couple little nuggets of information to make this all so much worse.
Nuggets with the big P.
Okay. Special Projects Division. The subdivision director is Mr. Harold Zettler, who is the 5th generation Malkavian anti-trib. So, the boss of the special divisions is the 5th generation crazy Sabbat vampire.
Very bad one.
The very bad one.
It is.
Yes.
And then Project Iliad, which is the Build a Better for More, is directly run by Francisco, the lupus-born Black Spiral dancer,
Of course he is too.
who's, they have derangements, they have problems, his special derangement is he has to eat, the only food he can consume is still living people.
Oh, fun.
So that tells you how nice he is.
I feel like you better be a successful test subject. Or you'll be a balanced breakfast.
But yeah, those are the bosses. Those are the bosses of the special projects.
Well, don't forget Kiro Yamazaki, who is also, he's in charge of Odyssey Unaided below Zettler.
Okay.
Because Yamazaki
Like
screws
the project
Francisco
manager.
over on Enid. He took all the credit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He wants to run that project, that's why.
Yeah. Well, he had a higher position on the board earlier and has lost some power.
Yeah.
So he stole the credit for that.
Trying to get that back.
Yep.
So, can we go back to my prime team now?
We absolutely can. And, it was
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
perfect place to go, well, we're talking psychics.
Yeah.
Let me talk my special projects division.
Well, she lost me when she brought in the project, when she actually named them. I was like, oh, what are those?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
haha.
So, this 12-person prime team, like I said, there's only one. And they are fanatically loyal to Culliford, who is the executive director. He's the high mucky muck. They will do things like stealing, anything for him. They will murder anyone for him. They will even do human sacrifices for him.
Kali, ma, Kali.
But their primary purpose is to gather intelligence, normally blackmail or corporate espionage. It would be great if I could talk today.
Yeah, you got it.
And they
You're doing
also eliminate his personal enemies.
I'm sure that never comes up.
There's a huge
Well, no,
laundry
because
list
they're
of
already
them.
gone.
That's fucking teddy bear like that.
But yeah,
Fuck.
that's the 400-year-old guy that nobody knows why he's still alive or how or what he is.
He's got a huge laundry list of people.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I don't know.
No,
You
and
say he doesn't have it listed at all. They're all gone.
He has this pack of 12 people that are fanatically loyal to him and will commit human sacrifice for him.
I feel like the human sacrifice is like the least of their things.
It really, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm with you there, Danny.
Yeah.
When we're talking Pentex, human sacrifice seems like, what is it, your first day? Oh, you're part of the baby ship program. Got it.
Oh, you just got here.
Well, the adults have stuff to do, so. Human sacrifice. Psst, what is it, Tuesday? Fuck off.
Yeah.
We do those on Wednesday.
But yeah, okay, back to the subsidiaries.
Yes.
So there's an interesting little triangle I found out about. And I think it's neat how the subsidiaries work together to make things so much worse for humanity. And, Gaia and everybody. Sunburst Computers is a discount computer, so like...
Like you're getting a Dell, dude.
Sure. Or how they had this thing where they were making like cheap, indestructible computers to go to third world countries so kids could get educated.
Were these computers also possessed and worm tainted?
Well, I wouldn't say possessed, but they used the tainted plastic from Avalon Plastics.
See, there we go. Knew it. God damn it.
But they tout a green image, but the computers often malfunction, and the consumers are sent to a, quote, tech support line, which is put in place to build
Oh my God, I know
frustration
where this is
and
going.
rage. So,
Well, this is the world of darkness.
Yeah. True.
Is it plugged into the wall?
Although, I kind of wish the computers were possessed.
that would...
Boo. Insert next disc.
So, you have the Sunburst computers, which are made from the Avalon Plastics, which is worm-tainted plastic. And then you add in Telus that uses the webcams for their contact, which is the device that measures
Yep.
and monitors people.
Holy hell.
Full circle.
Yeah. So it makes transmission of Banes over long distances easier.
Yep. And then as they get irritated from having these stupid conversation with the tech guy, they're more susceptible to the Bane possession, which is coming right from their microphone they're using on the camera, and holy hell.
Is your computer turned on?
Please turn it off and turn it back on again. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You know, I don't know what company that could be.
So happy that I got rid of my Connect.
You know, it's definitely like a macro hard kind of thing. Not a. I don't want to get sued, man. I don't want to say it.
Don't.
Gates will firebomb Submarine Studio. I don't want to.
But we definitely don't want that.
But
Ground
Sunburst
zero.
Computers has also hired hackers incognito to gather blackmail information. And they're like, oh, okay, so you're kind of working for us? Here's the way to infiltrate the computers. Bring us back information. So they built in like secret backdoors.
The password is philanthropy.
Yes, yes.
So that's why 3 or 4 companies are working together.
Yeah.
Well, that and then the TV show one was working with the Avalon Plastics.
Right,
I mean,
'cause
they're
you gotta
all
get the toys.
somehow tied together.
Yep. You gotta get your stuff somehow. Now, there's one that isn't so much tied together that I know Danny caught Danny's eye,
Oh, yeah.
and only Danny's eye.
And yeah, well, that's the thing too.
We
is
made him feel
I
bad
thought it was-
beforehand. We're sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
Well, see, I didn't realize what they actually were, and like in as far as why they're in this book.
Well, what are they, Danny? To tell the
Oh,
audience.
Black Dog Gaming, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together
Danny.
until about half hour.
He forgot his tinfoil hat.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like I need to research.
Okay.
Why am I not thinking this out loud?
Did you know about Black Dog Games before you read the chapter in the subsidiary book?
No.
Okay. So
And I don't
that's...
even, honestly, I don't even think I read that chapter in the subsidiary book. I think I read it in Worm.
Okay. Okay.
So, but it was, I mean, trying to make a long story short, you know, they were essentially just Black Dog Gaming they're just preying on underage gamers by letting them be psychopathic murderers.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, because whole.
Sure.
Well, it's just trying to desensitize them, that's all.
Well, and, you know, Black Dog is a, quote, division of White Wolf.
It used to be.
Yeah. And it was for their more adult games. You had Human Occupied Landfill was a Black Dog title.
Freak Legion.
Freak Legion, the Shimasei
And again, I had
Clan book.
no idea about this when I was reading these. I had no idea that it was like an actual real thing.
Actually, I think the Chronicle of the Black Labyrinth, I think, is also a Black Dog game.
Okay.
I think it's a Black Dog book.
Could be.
It probably should be.
Yeah.
The Freak
yeah.
Legion is.
Oh, yeah. Well, and it's like the Shimasei Clan book that it's all the stuff that shouldn't be.
It's the stuff that mom and dad are going to be angry that their 16-year-old has.
Right. And
Right.
And it's one of those, like, I wouldn't be upset about a 16-year-old having it. I would be upset about an 11 or 12-year-old having it.
Sure, either way, it was a way for them to cover their ass because it was an adults-only line.
Right, right.
But also, to get this meted up, in the World of Darkness itself, Black Dog Gaming is the parody of White Wolf, where they kind of poke fun at themselves. And
Again,
it's,
I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I guess I forgot my tinfoil hat.
you know, the Lycanthrope tabletop game. I forget the Lycanthrope the whatever.
Oh, yeah.
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 Lycanthrope the whatever, vampires the whatever, you know.
Yeah, they had mockeries of all of
the game lines.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so the idea is it turns gamers into the cliche that people think of. Gamers, you know, you add a little of the satanic panic from the 90s into that.
Yeah, just
That
a little
whole thing.
spice.
You know, you're going to be murder. He thinks the game's real and stabbed his sister. Okay.
Well, and like there were the vampire murderers back in the 90s.
All right. I mean, no, there was a lot of that satanic panic nonsense.
Glad I was too young for that.
West Memphis 3, they listened to Metallica. They murdered those kids.
But there was a boyfriend and girlfriend, and he was supposedly a vampire, and they like killed her parents, like for real, and like blamed it.
Bummer.
But they blamed Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah.
The media.
Well, the kids blamed, being vampires, and the media blamed the game because they may or may not have played it one time.
And, that makes Satan grab you and whatever.
Having an imagination makes Satan grab you.
Yeah. Right in the big P.
But there was Human Occupied Landfill and Buttery Wholesomeness that were 2 Black Dog games. And I had the pamphlet, and the pamphlet was, okay, so you open up Human Occupied Landfill, the game book. Okay. And there is a pamphlet stapled inside of it that had another game, and
she's in quotes.
And it was a joke, but only gamer folk would get it, because the whole thing was written as like how to play the game. So what you had to do was, and it was leading you through how to start the game and what to do in the game. And it basically boiled down to take the enclosed pills, which there were no pills, and go to sleep, and when you wake up, you will be in the game world. And the first thing you had to do to let everybody know that you were playing the game was douse the inside of your house in gasoline and light it on fire. Parentheses, don't worry, your family has been informed and evacuated. No.
I don't believe you.
You were going to kill your entire family while they were sleeping by burning down your house. The whole pamphlet was a gigantic joke. The problem is it was only funny for the people who knew it was a joke.
Right.
And nowhere in the pamphlet did it say, this is a joke, guys.
Well, because that would ruin the joke.
Right. And like reading the pamphlet to save your game, you walked up to a payphone and dialed 0 and then told the operator you'd like to save your game. She will pretend to be confused. Don't worry, it's part of the game.
Man, I wish there were still payphones. I would totally go do that right now.
I was about to say a payphone.
What's a payphone?
So, like, it was absolutely hysterical. And we were taking turns, like, reading this stuff and laughing because it was so outlandish. Mm-hmm. But,
nuts.
You leave that laying around, and my parents find it and read it, and suddenly they're terrified that I'm going to burn the house down in the middle of the night.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why.
I can't.
I can't either. But
but if they don't, again, they don't realize it's the joke.
But it's printed on a game piece of paper for a game.
There's a limit, though.
And they know you like to play games, so they think you're going to do it.
Satanic Panic. It
right.
It was a product of the era.
I'm not saying it was an awesome idea. I said
and
in reprints that booklet was gone.
Yeah,
like,
it was a limited time.
Yeah, it was like you better get it because it's gone. And like, I held it in my hands and read it, so like a lot of people have never even heard of it.
Well, I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Now you know about the game.
But going back to Black Dog.
Now you lost the game.
Oh no.
Oh, you didn't save. You didn't save.
I was always curious how many operators had somebody like asked to save their game.
Probably 14.
It's a fair number.
It's my guess.
Because we
Give or
all
take
wanted
100.
to try it.
No, I'm gonna say 14.
That's why I say give or take about 100.
I don't.
No.
I don't like
There's a lot of giving or taking.
Right.
All right.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Is the big P.
The dead air was perfect.
Danny cracked himself up on that one, man.
Like I'm torn. I don't know whether I want to edit out that silence or
Oh
not.
no, that's staying in.
Because when he cracks, that's the money right there.
That's worth it.
But go back to Black Dog. It's the thing is it's the parody of White Wolf, and it's look, it's fun. It's cute. They can laugh at themselves. That was neat.
Right.
Then you could look at Book of the Worm 1 and see, White Wolf's got a sense of humor and they're doing a parody of themselves. It's cute. The problem for me, and I have a problem with fucking Black Dog games,
Right.
is that it wasn't as funny or cute in second edition when they did it again.
What about Worm 20?
And well, we're not even there yet because you get the subsidiaries book
Yeah.
that details, 3 or 4 subsidiaries are, and they choose.
I think it was 4.
And Black Dog's the last chapter.
I know.
They don't
They
detail.
keep calling back on this joke.
Yeah, and they don't detail Otali's fast foods on a big enough enterprise.
Actually,
Yeah, that makes-
I have the subsidiaries written down. It was Enron, Megadon, King Breweries, Avalon, Tellus, and Black Dog.
There you go.
So that was the subsidiaries that were covered.
And 5 of those are great choices.
Yeah.
And then the pencil and paper RPG company that is a joke that we already get. And then
And they keep bringing it up.
yeah, Worm 20, they brought it back again. I remember I was on I was part of the Kickstarter for Worm 20. Mm-hmm. So I was one of the people that was getting the early updates and could do the feedback, and I rallied against that shit full all the way because it's like we get the joke, guys. And I'm glad we can still laugh at ourselves after all these years, but certainly
Please
there are
cover-
other companies
Yeah.
that should be covered with this page space than revisiting this joke.
Yeah.
This dead horse that you have beaten every single edition of the game.
That's what I was looking for. I was like, it's just you're beating on a dead horse.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of what it was you got to it.
It was funny the first time.
Yeah. And I would love to see them go in depth on Otali's.
I feel it's the biggest one that they just decided not to. Fast food.
It's
Uh-huh.
huge.
Yeah, how many make just McDonald's? Millions and billions served. They stopped fucking counting.
Right.
Over 99 billion on the signs. I
Yeah.
mean, they just
They're
gave
just-
up.
All of them. Everyone is eating
Well, when
McDonald's.
it's in damn near every country, what do you expect?
Everybody.
Yeah.
It's worldwide.
Shouldn't we?
Cover that?
Right? Anyone? Bueller?
It's like
It's
you
not
just
his
want
day
to
off.
tap on this. You just want to tap on the microphone and be like, is that on?
Right? It's a personal thing. It just sticks in my craw. I'm glad that there's a sense of humor, fine, but you told the joke every time Pentex came up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get why you'd be upset.
Yeah.
And I mean, Otali's has really, been involved in your stories.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there was the great turducken problem that we had.
The turducken problem. Oh, when they stole my.
When they stole your idea. Yeah.
With a turkey and a duck.
That's why I was laughing.
Yeah, it wasn't an actual turducken, but it was, I guess, on the show.
On the show, it was a turducken burger.
Yeah.
Yep. Supernatural.
Supernatural. I was running a bit in the Virginia games about this meat packing. The
company.
Yeah, the meat packing plant. The company who would send the frozen patties out.
To the Otali burger.
Yeah, to the Otali burgers, to the Applebee's, to the Ruby 2, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And their new mixture was a bit wrong and people were dying, so they had to pull it because it was shit. It was not the formula we meant to put out there.
Yeah, it was just a wee bit too strong.
Yeah, a little too potent. So they had to, do some recalls on the meat, which got the group involved. And it was like a 5 or 6 part story where they're going up the thread and they're hitting these meat packing plants. And they're just trashing the places. And they're doing what they can, and that led to Giovanni.
Right.
It's where it all culminated. They killed Enzo Giovanni. But while this is happening, I get a call from Joey, and I'm like 4 parts in at this point.
Yeah.
I get the dinner bell caper. and she goes, "Have you been watching Supernatural?" I'm like, "Nah, I kind of." She's like, "It's Supernatural."
It was kind of a panicky phone call.
Oh, wow.
It was, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Did you watch Supernatural tonight?
And it turns out their season-long arc was about the evil monster business people through making this turducken burger for a fast food place, which would make people complacent and lazy and eat them until it finally turned them into monsters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like your story.
Right?
But at the same time, how would Porter know that? Like, it's like, how would you know? How would you know to write that? Or
No, the other way around, Andy. I was 4 parts in and they just started.
that's my other point too. Is how do they know it? Maybe your computer's being
Maybe
Ooh, there you go.
maybe there was a device in the house
Yeah,
that
maybe your
monitored
computer-
and documented.
Did you have a Dell computer at the time?
Dude.
No, he had a sunburst webcam
That's what I was getting at.
and a Typhoon contact.
Made with that weird plastics by that one company.
Yeah.
Someone's stealing your shit, dude.
You know? But I mean, that's Pentex. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're everything. And, and it's one of those things like, I mean, you may not want to support Pentex. You may, actively not buy booze from King Distilleries. But you're going to eventually buy something that has a plastic widget that was produced by Avalon Plastics and went through 3 or 4 different companies. So you're not even going to know.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that everything's a worm taint, but
It just
you're
means
still feeding the beast.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're more susceptible now, and you're doing things that are helping be more susceptible to worm taint.
Yeah, that little
Feeding the beast. That's a way better way to put it.
yeah,
Thank you.
that plastic widget might not be anything,
Right.
but Avalon made their money.
Yeah.
So
So, I mean, it's
go have a cry in the shower, because
because Avalon made their money.
Bastards.
and then not to mention their work in the Amazon rainforest.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we talk about the war of the Amazon. Who do you think the war's against? Pentex forestry teams. Omega Plan, Step 1. We're destroying the environment, the rainforest, pretty big target.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's frightening. And we're still on step 1.
Yeah,
Oh, they'll be there a while.
I think they'll always, unless
Right.
that's the game you want to run.
Which is an option, but,
True.
I mean, by the time they get to step 2, apocalypse happened. It had to have.
well, step 2 takes place on a lifeless rock.
Mostly.
Yeah,
they still gotta-
there's a few meandering humans.
They've got to, they still need enough people to be followers and enough, like cows, to produce the Otali burgers. I mean,
Right,
they got to
yeah.
get their farms going. And I mean, what do they care? They can always go to Moon-based Pentex.
Yeah, that's right.
What base Pentex?
It's not the official name, but
It's what we like to call it.
yeah, it's it's something that they've been working on, about a little colony on the moon.
It's on the dark side, right?
It doesn't exist yet,
Oh.
but they
I like what you did there, though. On
Yeah.
the dark side.
this is good. But no, they have they've spent millions of dollars, to try to discover aliens. They've done. It's a real thing. It's a thing they keep very, very quiet.
Well,
But they are open to and kind of backed off, and then have once again reopened the concept of building a base on the moon to, A, I guess, keep them safe from attackers, B, keep them separate from what they're doing to the planet, and hey, if, while they're up there, they can, drop a rod or two on some of their enemies.
now, does this mean we're going to get wolves in space?
Well, technically, Mir is a spiral hive. And that makes me mad and gives me spiders.
There's a spiral hive in space.
The Mir space station apparently is somehow a spiral hive.
How is that
But-
possible?
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna guess that
Angrily.
one's fixing your craw a little bit, huh?
How could you tell,
What
Danny?
made you say that, sir?
Yeah, that face you just gave me.
Oh, first, what? Second, stupid.
Third, wolves in
Fuck
space.
Both, third and fourth. Wolves in space and fuck off.
So when we run a Wolves in Space game?
You
Quarter
gonna
past
jump,
never, right?
Yeah.
you
That's,
gonna jump ship?
I need an adult.
I will jump ship. Thanks for that callback.
Yeah, you ain't gonna play that game.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
But I think that is our look at Pentex.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't necessarily all encompassing, but I dare you.
Oh.
Just cover the top 21. I dare you.
Ooh.
It's we'll revisit these monsters in the future, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
You know, we got some, but we wanted that finally do that where we break. We finally broke Pentex.
He finally broke the big P.
Yes, the big P is broken wide open.
What?
Oh.
I need an adult.
We can
I think we all need an adult.
we can retire this joke for the time being.
Nope.
The pressure on this one has been building and building for months since we started.
my
Is it throbbing?
It definitely was.
Glad you got to get the release.
Yeah, I think we all are, frankly. Oh my god.
I think
poor
we broke
Danny.
Danny.
Yeah. And again, this is the Christmas episode.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Put a bow on it.
This is what
Merry Christmas, guys.
this is what people. Happy baby Jesus' birthday. Let's hear about these perverts. That's someone is saying that right now.
Thankfully, it comes out on Tuesday when people are still at work because it's not Christmas Eve yet.
You know, yeah, but you get the people who are late getting to it because of the holiday week. You know, what are you listening to this morning, Johnny? You know, good.
Well, just fast forward to this part, so at least they know we're a bunch of assholes.
I had to put
Maybe we
myself
should
on
do
mute
a
for that,
disclaimer.
sorry.
We figured we broke you. That's
Yeah.
when you got
Yeah,
quiet. I figured we broke you.
When my headset came off, it was nuts.
Oh, he had a good time with the big P then.
This is gonna say the big P will do that to you. But that is our show. You know, if you like what you've heard, there's something wrong with you, man. That's some sick shit. No, you know, you can support us. I mean, thank you for listening. And you can support us through, giving us 5 stars over there on iTunes. That makes a big deal. You know, rating us 5 stars wherever you can rate us. Just it makes a difference. If you got some extra money you want to throw around, you know, we've got our PayPal, we've got our Patreon, where we can give something back to you. You know, that'd be great. Sign up to our Patreon, and we can maybe afford to buy Tom some shoes. And then, also you'll get some bonus content.
Hey,
You're like, what?
hey, Porter.
Yeah.
Do you want to do your galliards?
Oh, shit.
He was just ready to be done.
You just let me roll. All right. Yes.
Because you foreshadowed.
I did foreshadow. I forgot. Cause,
Well, that's a first that he forgot about.
well, Danny
himself
started waving the P
foreshadowing.
around, and
Whoa.
no nasty fucker just got me distracted. No, I might have mentioned it before. I know I've talked about it before. I don't know if we've done it official. Like, we might have done it last week. I don't fucking remember.
Okay.
Is Stranger Things season 1? Mm-hmm. You know, and as I'm saying this, I feel like I just said it a few episodes ago, but
No.
I don't think
It wasn't
so.
a few, but
We've-
I know we've.
It was a while
mentioned
ago.
it.
I think it was when
Yeah.
we did the Umbra episode.
okay, it could be because the Upside Down is a great at a glance for the Penumbra. But the thing here is, you know, Stranger Things season 1, and it's a game I like to play time to time. You guys have played the game with me, where you take a show that's about how it's secretly about werewolf.
Yes.
And so if you look at season 1 of Stranger Things, it's about a psychic from Project Enid who escaped before she was fused together with that mind feeder bane,
Okay.
which would be the Demogorgon. That's why they have that connection.
And that's a scrag running around at first.
Well, it looks like a scrag,
Right.
but if you go the Project Enid version, you could go Project Ellie too, where she's a manufactured psychic for Pentex who escaped. They send the scrag after her. Either way, Stranger Things season 1
Right.
is about a
And the
Pentex
upside down
escaping.
is the Umbra. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
an escaped Pentex test subject.
that fits too well.
I know, right? Which is why I wanted to bring it up today, because I don't think there's a better time to bring it up. You know, it's like this is the one. So thank you.
You're welcome.
You know,
Good save, Joey.
right? Because I was just, we were just doing the end of show preamble,
Yep.
and I'm going to hop back on that.
Okay.
No, not the big P.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it. That's why I was shaking my head.
No, everyone listening thought it. We've already instilled that. We're going to hear about this for weeks in the Discord.
I was waiting for Tom to say it.
Oh, I held my tongue.
Oh my God, we're such assholes.
Okay,
yes.
so guys, you have to rewind this episode. Make sure you have a large bottle of liquor.
Oh,
and
no.
every time there's a "that's what she said" joke that could have been made but wasn't,
Drink.
This
is for New Year's.
Yes.
Yes, do that for a drinking game for New Year's.
Done.
Your host, Porter, does not sign off on this. Do not send your hospital bills.
For alcohol poisoning.
Do not send them to Submarine Studios. I do not endorse this. The opinions of Tommy Dixon and producer Joey are their own.
Well, I know what I'm doing on New Year's.
Of course you
I'm getting bombed.
Right? You're getting your stomach pumped.
Alcohol
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're gonna
poisoning.
get your stomach pumped.
So,
On that note.
yes, and then, again, you like share and rate us, recommend us. Word of mouth, it's important. Help us get more people to share the love for the game and the fun that we're having here doing this. Again, if you got the extra cash, we've got PayPal, that'd be cool if you want to make a donation. Patreon gets you something back, which we prefer because we like to give back. Another reminder, as we're ticking away, is that the store is closing.
Soon.
Yes, yeah, it's like Raiders of the Lost Ark. If you forget your head on the other side of it, you better grab it because that cave wall's closed. Mm-hmm. Well, once that's gone, that's done. So consider everything in there limited edition because we don't know what we'll be able to get back once we find the vendors we like.
Right.
Maybe not. I don't want to tell people we'll have all our stock.
I don't
We
know
don't
what's
know.
going in there.
Yeah, we're not there yet. We don't know what we'll have. But if you want something, now is the time. Don't screw around. I think that aside, I believe that covers it all. We want to thank you so much for listening. Again, Merry Christmas, everybody. And we'll see you next week, I believe, for the Season 1 finale.
Woohoo.
All right.
Damn.
Yep.
All right.
On behalf of everyone here on Summer Rain Studios, I want to thank you again. Take care of yourselves. Be excellent to each other. And we will see you next time.